What's going on, everybody? This is Joey Galvez. It is Monday, December 28th, 2020. And guess what? I've got my buddy Brian Silverbacks here. What's going on, man? And I got that flipped. Let's switch that over. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude? It sounds like you're using the microphone on your camera still.
Yeah, I can switch that if you
I'm just saying for us watching live on Instagram and Facebook or whatever this is going to, it sounds like you're talking into "Oh brother, where art thou?" Can.
I can switch it up, man. Like here.
No, that's fine.
Does this sound better right here? How's that? Is that better now?
That sounds like a DJ.
All right.
Now I can hear myself.
There you go, man.
No. That's not good.
That's not good.
I'm hearing myself through your speakers.
Oh, that's really weird.
Hold on. Maybe it's gone away. I think it's gone away.
Okay, there we go. Technical difficulties are gone because
tell everybody why there are technical difficulties.
Because it is no longer Brian Silverbacks in control. It is me. That's why it's bad.
Well, no. I mean, it is. You're learning, but I'm just saying. So that if there's anything that's different, it's because you are learning the ropes. Because Joey Galvez is trying to grow a podcast empire, and this is the kind of shit he needs to know.
Right. And you do this regularly, so I need to get my I guess wet my whistle. I guess I don't know what to say there. That's weird. Don't wet
my whistle. I don't know.
That sounds weird.
Get my feet wet.
Dip my toe in. Get my feet wet.
I need to jump. Just cannonball. Just pretend like you're Will Ferrell and just cannonball in there.
So you know what? This is our last stream of the year. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope everybody out there has as well. But dude, man, we had a crazy year. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff that happened throughout the year in 2020, all the geeky stuff.
Well, I don't know that we can cover it all. If we covered it all, then that would be, there's 50 other episodes during the year that made no sense if we can condense it all into 1 hour. We can hit some highlights.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and then that's what we're going to do here. 2020 was crazy, right? It was nuts. It was obviously not like any other year.
Was it crazy or just unprecedented? Like, I guess crazy is a good word, but there was so much, dude. There is something on Netflix you got to check out called Death to 2020. It is hilarious.
Okay.
It is hilarious. It's like I think it's like an hour and a half fake documentary, but it's all written a comedy standpoint. And it talks about all the way from January to December, all the stupid shit that's taking place. Yeah. And got like Samuel L. Jackson, and he's like pretending he's a scientist. And dude, it's hilarious.
That's cool, dude. So number one, I wanted to talk a little bit about some stuff that happened throughout the year. 2020 started off pretty good, man. It started off with Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl happened. We had my favorite team, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I like the 49ers, and they were in the freaking Super Bowl. It was so close, and then they
49ers versus the Chiefs, right?
The Chiefs, yeah, the Chiefs,
and then beat that ass.
Nah, what was it? I think they ended like by 10 or something like that. I forget.
Well, don't worry. I'm a Falcons fan, and this Sunday, the Falcons decide to hand them a win when they could have won. So, golly.
That's funny, man. Right. And then what's crazy about it was cool because we had football. Everything was going on. Everything was happening.
And in February, I went to Pensacon.
Yeah, we had J-Lo and Shakira doing halftime show. There were still cons going on. C2E2 was the last one that happened. Crazy. And then everything hit. February, March hit, and then everything shut down and came to a halt because of COVID-19.
Yeah, right? So for me, March was when Loggerhead, my very first comic book, was inside the Diamond Order preview catalog for shops to order. And I was so excited. Like it was February 28th when that issue of previews came out, and Loggerhead #1 was inside of that. And then before the 4 weeks of ordering had closed, Diamond and comic book shop shut down.
Yeah.
And it fucked up the whole ordering thing. So people sent back the books and people stopped ordering. And, a bunch of people closed down their comic book shops.
Yeah.
So that is how I remember the lockdown. It happened during the month where people could order my comic book, my very first comic book.
And that's what was crazy, because I was following you. We at that point we weren't doing the stream yet. We were talking and hanging out, and we were doing all that stuff. And I think I had interviewed you and all that stuff, but we didn't do this stream yet. And I've been following you for quite some time, and you were boosting it all. And I was like, dude, I'm ready for this Loggerhead to come out.
Dude, I had $1,000 press kit done up. Like I paid like $1,000 worth of typing and videos and all this stuff were put together that I was emailing people to try to get them hyped to buy it. And then the whole thing just shit the bed.
That's a good way of putting it, because that's what happened, man. Everything just went to crap. Yeah, man. I don't take like I don't want to say, well, that's just my luck, dude. There's a lot of fucking people that this lockdown has affected in a negative way. Aside from just, aside from the health issues that some people have had or died or whatever, but there's businesses that have closed. There's a lot of mental. I have to believe. I don't have any statistics. Like I said, I don't research shit. I just kind of feel stuff out, and I'm guessing that the amount of people that have like some sort of mental deficiency now from being home by themselves and being quarantined and not being with their friends and not being able to go to the water cooler and talk shit about people, whatever that is, there is probably this huge growing people that are going to need medical attention to kind of de-quarantine their brain. It's real. It's absolutely real, man. It's happening in my personal life, where somebody that is close to me is where something like that's happening. And I'm sure there's tons of people across the nation.
It's sad, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely real. And it's not a joke. But there were some fun things that happened, right? There were some really fun things.
Maybe, but I can't fucking think of them. I'm going to tell you right now, Wonder Woman 84 is not one of those things.
We'll get there. I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to wait till.
Right, well, I just don't want anyone to think like, you know what? It has been a shitty year. I'll watch Wonder Woman 84 and I'll feel better. No, you won't.
No, probably not. So
you can watch Soul though.
This one here, this comment here, Death to 2020. That was my wife who said that.
Yeah, Death of 2020 is on Netflix. It is, or Death to 2020. It is hilarious.
Okay.
I had so much fun because what happened is it doesn't even sit, like when you watched Borat, you could see they were totally anti-Trump people.
Okay.
But in this movie, they are equally like making fun of hair sniffing, making fun of looking like a Cheeto. Like they are making fun of everything, and they don't really, they're calling a spade a spade.
Okay.
So that's what I enjoyed about it. It was here's how you stupid people acted all year. And that was talking about all of us in general, like as a whole, as a people, how stupid we were.
Bob, this is Bob Sally here. I wonder if he's a Chiefs fan. Bob Sally, are you a Chiefs fan, man?
It does appear that he is a Chiefs fan. If I had to put money on it, if I had to go to Bet Now or whatever those Bet24 sites, I would bet that he is a Chiefs fan.
Cool. So, and yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy. But like I said, some fun things happen, man. Like I'm sure you really love this one. Tiger King happened in 2020.
Tiger King did happen. I didn't realize that was going to be such a big thing. Like I watched it just on the off. Like I was at home and I was like, oh, well, this guy looks like Joe Dirt, but he's got like a whole bunch of earrings and shit. I want to know more. And so I watched it. Like the first couple of days it was out, not knowing that the internet was getting ready to bombard everybody with Tiger King memes and stuff. But for what it is, it was thoroughly, thoroughly entertaining. I'll never need to watch it again. Like once I've made it through, that's all I needed. But it was definitely unique. Like I hadn't seen anything quite like that.
It was an interesting. It was so interesting. It was a garbage fire. It was intriguing. It was absolutely shrouded in mystery. Like still to this day, nobody knows did Carol Baskin kill her husband.
I don't believe that's a mystery. I just think it's unprovable. It's not that bitch killed her husband, right? Like there's no way around that. But the mystery is, where did the body go? And I'm pretty sure it's sitting in a cat turd somewhere.
Probably it's I mean, I'm gonna say it's a mystery, man, but
no, so that was fun. That was fun. And then I guess you have them all. You have them in order that we're going down?
Not in order, but I do have a couple of the points that I want to hit on. But so obviously Tiger King was huge.
I did find entertainment in that.
Yeah, that was a really.
You know what I found even more entertaining than the Tiger King were the fucking memes. The memes that the Tiger King generated. I think that's what made the longevity. Like once I was done watching the 6 episodes, or how many episodes it was, I was like, all right, well, that's cool. And I see people on the internet talking about it, but it was the memes, like where they counted the guy's teeth and put it in a math problem. Like all of these things, like all of these memes, I think is what really made it fun. And that bitch Carol Baskin, like that kind of shit made it so much more fun to enjoy. Because that's like going back to work. That's like going back to work, and everybody in accounting has, is making those Tiger King jokes. So we didn't have that.
And it brought everybody back together, like you said, because we were all in the middle of quarantine.
Unified laughter.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it. Unified laughter. This is Milton Lawson here. He says The Last Dance came out early in March, so we all had one thing to look forward to and enjoy.
I don't know what The Last Dance is. Is that?
I don't know what that is.
As far as I'm concerned, is like a little old white girl and a little black dude get together and they start dancing, and one of them doesn't act anymore or some shit. I don't know.
My wife says Joey sat down and was like, "What the hell are you watching?" Yeah, dude. When Tiger King came out. When she was like, she put something on, and I forget what I was doing. I was in the living room. I came into the room, and she had something on. I was like, "What the heck is this? What are you doing? What is this?"
Why are you watching Honey Boo Boo the movie?
And it pulled me in, dude. I was like, "What is this?" And then it got me, dude, just like it got everybody else, man. And it was like it was a car wreck on the freeway. You had to look and you had to slow down to watch. It's what we needed in the middle of a pandemic, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Had I known that we were going to be pandemic for the rest of the year, I would have liked to back off Tiger King until you really start. Like we should have waited like 3 or 4 months till we really like, fuck, this sucks so much. This sucks. And like, here's Tiger King.
Yeah, so another one happened here, and you really loved this one here. This was your thing right here, right? WrestleMania.
Well, I like WrestleMania as an event. This year's WrestleMania was fucking terrible.
It was so weird, and it was completely different from anything else.
Because WrestleMania happens in April, right? And so that was still like, is everything shut down? Not shut down? So they never, like, it was like 2 weeks before the event, before they finally said, all right, we're canceling all the tickets and we're just going to do it inside the Performance Center. So when they did it, they were inside the Performance Center and there was no crowd. There was no nothing. It was just silence. And all you could see was like the big fucking fan. And it was... It's much different than the way that we're watching wrestling now, because if you watch WWE now, they've got a whole wall of monitors where people can Skype in and actively be a part of the crowd. And they're also have like crowd noises coming through the speaker so that it sounds like real wrestling. Like people going boo, boo, ah. And it's so to us viewers at home, it almost seems like we're watching real wrestling again. But when you watch that WrestleMania, they hadn't figured any of that shit out, man. And it was rough to watch.
It was so rough, dude. But I mean, there was a handful of different things that happened that was really cool in there. I really liked, I mean, even though everybody was like it was so cheesy, but I liked the Undertaker's match.
Oh, that was awesome. Hey, by the way, that's how they're going to be doing the Sting stuff in AEW now. When Sting wrestles, it's going to be like those cinematic matches where it's more like the personality of Sting is wrestling.
Yeah, interesting, dude. Who's this? Facebook user says, your sports fan card is canceled. It was a documentary about Michael Jordan's Bulls.
Oh, okay. I never claimed to be a sports fan, homie. But
that's Milton Lawson who said that.
No, I really stopped watching sports. Like I should have watched that. I did see that pop up in my feed. I just hadn't watched it yet because although I watched basketball, like the 90s basketball is the only time I watched basketball.
Oh, like
once Barkley retired, Patrick Ewing retired, like those were the people I watched. I watched the Michael Jordan Bulls. And that was my era of collecting cards and Dominique Wilkins and all that shit. So I do need to go back and watch it. Although now I don't keep up with sports. I just watch the Falcons games until I think they're not going to be able to win. And then I go back to work.
And then my wife says it was so hard to watch The Undertakers. Oh, she didn't like it.
Dude, I really enjoyed that because if you really want something hard to watch the match before that when Undertaker wrestled Goldberg in Saudi Arabia. That was fucking disgusting to watch. That was two people that had no business being in the ring, and then Goldberg gets a concussion halfway through the match, and he can't even like it's terrible. So this was the only way I think that Undertaker could have gone out and looked like the badass that his character is.
Okay, interesting.
I think his character is best served with this, cinematic match.
So, okay, now that we are at the end of the year and we're looking back to WrestleMania, what was your favorite match of this weird WrestleMania?
Fuck, I don't think I had one, man.
I think I really liked the Undertaker match.
Oh well, yeah, I thought that was a given. I like that,
and I really liked what's his name's
not Braun Strowman.
No, freaking
I like was that Drew McIntyre won the title, and I thought that was pretty badass.
That was cool. It was also like 2 or 3 days worth of like matches, and it was
just 2 days. But I think also Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt had like some fight in the swamp cinematic match.
Oh, and the Edge one was really good.
Oh yeah, the Edge and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
But overall, I just didn't have a good time with it, and it's not their fault. It was just not entertaining because of the circumstances,
because of the way it was. And in this one here, we might be jumping a little forward in time here, but since we're on the topic of wrestling, this happened.
Oh yeah, that was just a month ago.
That was just a little while ago. Sting came back, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed that, and they're still kind of telling but all right. So we're talking about the good shit. I'm not trying to give you a full breakdown diagnosis, but we knew that Sting had not signed to renew with the WWE,
right?
And then so at that point you could just be like, I guess he just wants to go and do like indie appearances or whatever, but. At 61 years old, I don't think I fully expected him to return to AEW. But when he did, that night that he did, and the graphic starts to pop up and you see the crow in the graphics that, all by itself, you're like, oh shit, man. He fucking did it. And then the snow's coming down. Yeah. And then the big word Sting pops up on the Titantron. And you're just like, fuck. And the announcer Tony Schiavone is going fucking crazy. It's Sting. Oh,
He
dude,
was always going nuts, dude. It was so cool.
that moment instantly took me back to like, is he coming out to beat the NWO's ass? Like when Tony Schiavone said it's Sting, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, fuck, this feel. I started to get that feel like, ooh, business is about to
Like
pick
back in the
up.
day,
Shit's gonna be fun. Like I expected, like in my head, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall could have been in the ring waiting for Sting to come out like, and get their ass beat. Like it felt like like no time had elapsed.
Right, and that would be.
It was really exciting. It was really exciting.
That would be so
now
cool.
he's going to be treated properly. Like WWE brought him in just to like, haha, we did it. You know, we're the only organization you can go to, and it felt more as a, I guess if I have to, you know what I mean? Like that's how it felt like that's how Sting did it. And the WWE is like, since you don't have a choice, we're not going to give you the fucking fanfare you deserve. We're going to put you in shitty storylines, and we're going to do all this shitty stuff with you. And I don't think that will happen with AEW. And it feels like he's going to be treated the way someone that's done the things that he does should be treated.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Very excited to see him back. I was a little when I heard this news, I was a little taken back because I was like, wait a minute. Last I heard, he was injured and he was like this close to like being paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I was like, how is he back? What is he doing? And the first person I thought of to ask was you. And I was like, dude, what's up? Sting is back? Like, what's going on? How is he back? I thought he was.
Yeah, but he's not taking any bumps. He's not taking any bumps. And that's why his matches are going to be filmed and done that cinematic way, because although he's back, he's still unbumpable. Like he can't fall down and do all that shit that wrestlers need to do.
Yeah, you can't do any of it. It's gonna have to be.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah. Here's another one that was really cool. And some of it was fun, some of it was good, but some of it was it may not have been as fun as what we thought it was. But DC Fandom happened in 2020.
Yeah, I'm noticing that you're not talking about any comic book storylines. Are there any comic book storylines on here you're talking about, or do you not read comics? You just kind of buy them.
I don't read comics at all. I don't collect.
I understand, because you could have talked about like The Last Ronin and Three Jokers. I don't know if they're on your list, but those are pretty big things.
Yeah, we're done with that's definitely on the list, man.
But so DC Fandom, I don't know if this was a thing that they did in years past. I don't know. All I know is like D23, Disney does that, and then San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel usually kills it, and then every now and then there'll be a DC thing at Comic-Con, but that's about it. So I don't know if this is a new creation or what, but it was fun just to know that cool shit's happening.
Yeah. And this is why I'm doing this. I'm doing this a little kind of in a I don't know. Like I'm talking about comic books, and then we're gonna get into that stuff, because yes, we all that stuff happened at DC Fandom. We heard that there's going to be a new Batman. It's going to be coming out very soon. Batman's going to be a new Batman's going to be black, which is awesome. I like that idea. I don't know how many people out there are going to like that idea.
Yeah, I think it's going to get a nice big chunk of hate, because you've got how many years? 30 years of Batman being the exact same way, and then now you're going to change it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying there's gonna be a fair amount of fuck that shit, man.
I think we've kind of heard it already, of people kind of doing that and already anyway. But I'm all about it, man. I'm all about hearing new stories from this, and it's gonna be somebody from the Fox family. I'm cool about it, man.
They've already gonna be like Lucius's grandson or some shit.
Something like it. Yep, grandson, I think. And they already released his name and thing. I'm not going to say, because I want people to read it and check it out themselves. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting story. I listen. I don't read any more DC books. I've dropped off a lot of superhero books and made the switch to indie books and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But this one has intrigued me to want to read it. So I might actually go and pick it up and subscribe to it so that I can read the whole entire story.
Yeah,
So
it'll be fun. I think one of the coolest things for me that came out of Fandom was more inside baseball for the Suicide Squad movie.
okay.
Like,
All
so
right.
I wasn't familiar with all the characters. I like what James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was curious how this was going to work out, and it was really fun to get a little bit more information on the characters and stuff. So that was cool. And I did not realize that John Cena being Peacemaker, like that is such a thing that they're doing their own thing with John Cena as Peacemaker outside of this movie.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty crazy. John Cena has never struck me as an actor that was any good. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
in Bumblebee, he was not good.
You didn't think so?
No,
I think it fit him here, dude.
he fit the character, but his acting was bad, and his lines were bad. Like someone who's been in the military would probably recognize what he's doing and just be like, dude, that's not the way you fucking do that. That's not the way you talk. Like it was more than just his acting, though. It was his dialogue he was given. But
Yeah.
nothing John Cena has done outside of wrestling leads me to believe that he can act at all. I've watched 12 rounds. I've watched, a couple of those movies that he did. Okay. Except for when he did the Amy Schumer comedy thing where he was,
I was going to say
he's homosexual.
I was going to say he's done that. He's done a couple other serious roles where I thought he was all right.
Mm-mm.
I mean, just being a regular guy. I mean, I don't know.
It's just a lot of my not liking is his vocal delivery. It sounds like he's reading. Okay. It doesn't come across as he's genuinely feeling the things that are coming out of his mouth. That's the part that I have trouble with.
Okay. So let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, another one that came out of DC Fandom was the Batman teaser.
Yeah, well, they've been teasing that. I feel like every 3 weeks we're filming for a week. Oh no, we got COVID. We're filming for a week. Oh no, we got COVID.
Yeah, man.
So I am excited. The teaser really got you all hype. I mean, they did a good job of kind of washing off the Robert Pattinson's a vampire stink. Like I don't think anyone watched that trailer and said, "Oh my god, that's the guy from the Twilight movies." Like it's going to be it's judged on its own thing.
There was one person who did that. My daughter.
Oh.
My 17-year-old daughter.
But so I think I'm looking forward to it.
I am too, and as I was talking and researching some of the stuff that we were going to talk about, I looked up some stuff, and I recently saw that they did a little bit more of a fuller trailer because they have more things that they released and filmed. It looks pretty good. A lot of the same stuff that they teased is in this trailer, but there's just a tiny bit more. So I mean, it looks great. I still like it. But I'm wondering how long. I really hope that it's not going to take forever to come out like Wonder Woman 84. But we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 84 a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm hoping that studios have used this time to try to get any CG already like pre-composited for like stuff that maybe they haven't filmed stuff yet, but they could at least like build some basic models so that the time wasn't completely wasted, so that we can get like once everything's firing back up, it will be in rapid succession. Like, dude, while we were in quarantine, dude, we knocked out this whole CG character, and all we got to do is pop them in and go.
Yeah, and I think a lot of good stuff came out of the quarantine where people were filming. There's a lot of bands who recorded music, and a lot of cool stuff
Yeah.
came out.
Oh,
So, I mean,
I don't know this to be true,
uh-huh.
but I hope that next year we get a bunch of new animation because this is ripe.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
past 8 months or 9 months has been ripe for voice actors being at home looking for something to
yep,
do,
yep.
animators sitting at home with their thumb up their ass looking for something to do. I hope that there were some studios that were smart enough to say, you know what, we've got this project that we didn't think was strong enough before, but now
Yeah.
we've got nothing else going on. Let's give it a little money. And you write this show, you script it, blah blah blah. I'm hoping that there's a surge in animated stuff that we should be getting by summer of next year.
That would be real awesome. Awesome. And if we're talking about animated teasers, did you see this one right here that I'm going to pop up on the screen? What if? Did you see that teaser?
I did.
The what if teaser. Oh,
Yeah,
what
what
did
they
you
say,
think?
it's only going to be 8 episodes, though, huh?
I can't remember because I didn't look too much
I think
into
it's
that.
8. I don't think it's going to be enough, man. Kind of,
You don't think so? Okay.
because I want so much more. There's so much fun stuff to have, but on the animation side, it looks like they've really done like they're not phoning it in and doing like Family Guy coloring on it. Like they're really rendering and it's not quite Pixar. They're not doing a full CG thing, but it's an animated with kind of like a 3D feel to it, and the quality
Okay.
looks really good.
Okay. Yeah,
And it's
I like it.
our
I'm
last
excited.
performance of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa.
Yes, yes, and yeah, and here we go. This was on my list here. Let me look for it. We had the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Well, it was very, very sad, right? This was
Yeah,
one of
it's
those things,
another unfortunate. I think he was like 41 or 42 years old. Like he
very
wasn't very old,
young.
and I just so recently there's been a wrestler that died just like 2 days ago, Brody Lee, and he
Okay.
was only 41. And
Wow.
they're saying that he died of a non-COVID related thing. So,
Uh-huh.
and then the community is getting kind of like, oh, well, what's going on? Why don't we know? And they're almost accusatory towards anybody that knew, saying, why didn't you tell us? Which is similar to the Chadwick Boseman thing. Like, why didn't you tell us? We don't
Yeah.
owe you shit. Or I say we. They don't owe you shit.
Yeah, they don't.
And so your sense of entitlement needs to stop at the fucking door and stop saying, well, why didn't we know? I would have cared a lot more, whatever. Like, I don't like that mentality because it's pops up. Chadwick Boseman didn't tell people because it's none of their fucking business.
It's private, man. Like, leave him alone. Let him live his life. Yeah, I
Especially
agree
if
with
you
you.
know, like Chadwick Boseman knew he was diagnosed with a terminal illness.
And
That's
he
fucking
still went out and he went out into the community. He gave back. He went out there and did things for people and he was hurting, man. I mean, come on, just let the guy live, man.
Can we sit back for a moment and just think about the next time you go to the doctor and that doctor says you're going to be dead in less than 6 years? Like, what the fuck kind of emotion can go? Like, where can your head go with that diagnosis? Like, what kind of mental? I don't care if you're a millionaire, a gajillionaire, if you're a guy that just washes dishes. Like, where can your head go when you're told that you only have less than 6 years to live? That's fucking, oh man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So losing Chadwick Boseman, for me, like outside of the Marvel thing and the Black Panther, who are we going to cast? Like that whole stuff. Like, as old as I am, it puts it in reality. Like, you gotta make your shit count. So, although I'm not happy that he's gone, it really forces me to like reevaluate and say, hey, Ludacris told us tomorrow's not promised today. So we need to fucking like stuff like, so when this happens and when the Brody Lee things happen and it comes out, and for us, it comes out of nowhere, but for their families and their friends, they probably knew that this was coming. But I get scared, honestly, me personally, with my medical issues and the amount of shit that I have wrong with me. When I see people at a similar age bracket pass away, or even younger than I am, I really get scared that I haven't done what I need to do. So, not to take it off of all the things that Chadwick has done for everybody, like that's amazing stuff, but we should probably look at events like that and maybe reflect and say, hey, I need to fucking be a better person.
Yeah, and be more understanding of how they wanted it, right?
Like, is the last thing, let's suppose I died in a car accident. Is the last thing I want someone to see the fact that I said fuck Donald Trump on the internet? Like, is that, like, just know that somebody somewhere typed fuck you and fuck Donald Trump on the internet and then went out and got a car accident. And the last interaction with anybody on this planet was to tell somebody to fuck off over some shit they can't control. I just think if we all ended up being like, if we all started thinking with our heart and start being caring individuals, circumstances like, I just can't believe that people are willing to have that be the last thing that they do on earth. Is to hate somebody. I hate black people. I hate Mexicans. I hate white people. I hate this. Like all this hate shit that people are spewing out there. Like, why do that?
I agree with you, man.
I don't understand.
Our buddy Jonathan Hedrick, he said Wakanda forever. I think that's perfect, man. I think that's perfect, right? And he's watching on Twitch right now, and we're on Twitch right now. Wow.
Big Twitch guy.
He's twitching. All right, dude. So you said you wanted me to talk about some comic books. I actually own these 3 books here, but I have not cracked them open. Even still, it's 3 Jokers. And part of the reason why is because I'm just like, I've heard some bad stuff. I don't want that to be, listen, this is where I'm going with it. I don't want that to be like stuck in my head. So I'm going to read them. I'm going to crack them open, but I've got so much going on, man. Like I've got this show that I'm doing, and I've got so many books that I'm doing. And I'm reading to do with interviews. I got 2 shows. I got multiple books that I got to read.
You're not gonna get fucking sympathy from me. So list off all that stuff. You're not getting any sympathy.
Hey, I'm not asking for sympathy, but I'm telling you, my fun reading is back burner right now, unfortunately. So, I mean, there it is. Look, he said
he just signed up for Twitch so he could watch the stream. I tried Twitch. Twitch is mostly a gaming channel.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start using Twitch a little bit more for these streams and probably do some little things here and there. We'll see. Let's see if we can reach some more people. So far, we've had more people than we've had in the past. So
you're on multiple platforms, man. When I was running the show, I could only send it to 2 places,
and we're on 3 right now. So we're on Facebook, Twitter, or no, Facebook, not Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So
yeah, but only 1 Facebook page, huh?
Yes, only 1 Facebook page, unfortunately.
Is it the Facebook group or is it your Facebook page?
It's my Facebook group. It's the House of Indie Facebook group, which is where most of everybody's watching us from.
No. So, yeah, I'm just curious. That's fine.
So 3 Jokers. Tell us a little bit about 3 Jokers, man.
Well,
you read it.
Fuck everybody for spoilers. Like I didn't read it, but I watched someone read it to me on YouTube because I don't read so well. So, but it basically it almost canonizes every version of the Joker that's ever existed, because it tells us that the Joker, the original Joker, made and brainwashed and created the other guys to be Joker.
Oh, nice. Your audio came out or dropped out.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Probably me. My audio is, for some weird reason, it always messes up. So I'm gonna leave and then we'll jump right back in. Sorry, guys.
I think they should tell us. like who can't hear me? Is it me? Is it the one-armed man? So Three Jokers is a great story that kind of takes liberty with saying that this one Joker is responsible for the other different versions of Joker that we have come to know and enjoy. So to me, that was fun. And then if I remember correctly, at the end of the story, it's not 100% sure which Joker is the original Joker. So that to me seemed kind of fun. And the artwork is outstanding. The storytelling, like just it feels really good on the surface. So like I said, I didn't read it. I watched comics. I watched variant comics with Quinones, I think. Hello, welcome back, Joey.
No, I can't hear anything. I can't hear you. Can't hear myself. I hate this stupid crap.
Yeah, I don't know. Joey's got to work on his software stuff. Like, can you hear Joey? Can you hear Joey? Can you hear me? Are we just sitting here? Okay, now I hear some static. Check 1, 2. Now, here's the thing. Joey said multiple people were watching, but nobody has commented whether or not they can hear us. Oh, well, there we go. Jonathan says he can hear me. That's all that fucking counts. By the way, you can still go to the store and buy yourself a copy of Loggerhead versus Star Bastard. Just saying. I don't have anything else about Three Jokers. I didn't read Last Ronin, but I am familiar with the Last Ronin storyline. So Last Ronin is it takes place in the future from all the normal turtle stuff, and only one turtle has outlived the other turtles, and we follow that turtle on a mission. And so it's kind of like if you were to take Ninja Turtles, like old school Ninja Turtles, and yeah, I could hear Joey too, but he couldn't hear us or couldn't hear me. You take Ninja Turtles from old school. I can't hear Brian on my end. Yeah, see? So you take Ninja Turtles and you mix it with the Frank Miller Dark Knight, and then you've got Last Ronin. And since it's different, it's a different type of storytelling. It's more gritty. It's the darker version of Ninja Turtles. It's not like cowabunga, dude. Like it's not all that stuff. So it's cool. And I think I haven't heard anybody that's a Ninja Turtles fan say that they did not appreciate the Last Ronin story. I'm just kind of disappointed that nobody got a Silverbacks cover for that, because I would have really enjoyed doing a Last Ronin cover.
I don't know what's going on, man. I can't hear you. I don't know if it's your mic or my mic, but hopefully everybody can hear me. I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't know how it can be my mic if they can hear me and you can't. You got to fix your headphone situation. Fix your headphones. Oh, now he's going to private chat the whole time.
So, I don't know, man.
It's your headphones. So, what's the next topic? All right, you guys are watching a live fucking back and forth. I don't know how to. I'm not in control. So I can't make the new topic pop up. Like whatever Joey has decided to do, he's decided to do it with you watching and actively taking interest. In the meantime, I've got original art like this on my website. I don't know what to do. Shit, man. I want this to be good. Sounds like shit. Yeah, I don't know. Like Joey can't hear, so he needs to move his headphone jack to all the different available headphone situations, because he's the only one that can't hear. And it happened while we were talking, so I don't understand. So if you guys comment, I can address them and I can kind of see them pop up, and I can keep this going. Twitch, more like glitch. This isn't a Twitch thing. This is a a user interface situation, because remember the past couple of episodes that we've been going, Joey shit has malfunctioned.
I'm back and I can hear you. I don't know what that was about. That was weird.
No shit, man. I'm sitting here talking, my fucking throat is numb.
I know. You know what? Jonathan Hedrick is right. This stupid crap pisses me off, but whatever. I'm back and I figured it out. So yes, dude, I agree with everything you said, even though I didn't hear it.
I kind of covered the last Ronin,
Okay,
and the three Jokers, kind of an overview and my general consensus.
so yes, I love Three Jokers. I've read a few pages. I didn't get to finish it all. I have read Last Ronin, and I gotta say, dude, super freaking good. I have something to tell you after the stream. I'm keeping it a little hush hush, but I'll talk to you a little bit after the stream here. But and it's actually big things are happening in 2021 for the House of Indie. Just saying.
Oh shit, let's get it on.
Yep. So since we're still on the topic of comic books, somebody I know had something come out.
Yeah,
in
in July I had Loggerhead come out,
and you had Loggerhead and Kara Prime Handbook in the same year.
Yeah, so Loggerhead Bloody Bayou came out. Remember, I said in March. So in March, it hit the previews, and it was supposed to come out in April.
Yeah,
but it didn't end up coming out till July. So it came out in July, and then then that led to my experience with Loggerhead led me to kind of revisit the Year Zero stuff that I had created a couple of years ago, and start to polish it a little more. And my social media reach has grown a little bit since when I first started.
That's awesome, man.
I started to see more people actually intrigued with the with the idea of the connected universe that I was making. So then we went and launched Kara Prime Handbook, like an updated version of the old handbook. And this is leading to all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah. Like one of these right here, like this one and this one, which is Recount and the crossover covers that you did.
Yeah. I also did the shit show.
Oh yeah. Yep. You did.
Yeah,
you did.
I did that. So but what's cool is that I posted the other day on social media that in the past 4 or 5 months, I've had a large amount of content with me involved come out. So from July, Loggerhead came out. We had Kara Prime come out. We had the Recount come out. We had the shit show come out. Had the crossover come out. We've had the Bobcat stuff that I'm working on, the Stone Ninja stuff that I did. All this stuff came out in that window of time. Oh, Freak Show Night cover. All of that stuff that I did all hit in the past 4 months. So I'm did I do any? I guess I didn't do any movie shit.
So the moral of this story is, though, even though 2021 was nuts, it was a really great year for you. Well,
I've upgraded to buying a slice of cheese to go on my ramen noodles. I haven't I'm not rolling in the money. I still got shit not so good. But so as far as becoming more established in the community of artists and comic books and stuff like that, I have gotten a stronger foothold. And that foothold has led me to being able to ask a creator that I think is on a higher level than I am if they'd like to do something with me. And they're like, yeah, that sounds like fucking fun.
Awesome. So, dude, there's a handful of more topics, but we'll talk about them a little bit here. But this happened this year as well. I didn't get one. I don't know if you did. I don't think you got one.
Not gotten one.
I don't think anybody's getting a PS5 or an Xbox because tons of people have them, and then they have them online right now on eBay for like thousands of dollars when you could have gotten pre-ordered for $500. People are going crazy over these.
I do look forward to one day owning a PS5.
Same.
But with the amount of work that I have right now, that it would only
Sit there.
inhibit, first off, the amount of work that I get done,
Yeah.
also the amount of money that I would have to pay people to help me get that work done. Those things would both be significantly altered by me owning a PS5.
Okay. Yep. And it will take away from creating amazing stuff like Loggerhead, right?
I wouldn't use the word amazing, but it does take away from creating stuff.
So with all that said, how about this one? Have you played or have you heard
I
the
have
news
not.
from Cyberpunk
There's
2077?
I'm trying to steer clear of watching like gameplay and stuff, because
Yeah.
if I'm to understand kind of what it's going on, it's more of a Grand Theft Auto, but in a Blade Runner type world.
Uh-huh.
So, and that sounds like a lot of fun. Like I really want to get down on that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to watch any of the videos or any of the things. Like when I play it, I'm just going to play through. And I'm not going to buy it until I get a PS5. So who knows when I'll get it? The shit will be used and I can get it for $40.
Well, at least then there won't be any glitches, because there's so many glitches that they had to actually issue.
I did hear about that.
Refunds to everybody who wanted one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it'll be all figured out by the time I get one.
Yeah.
As will the PS5 software updates and shit. That'll all be figured out.
Yep.
But there's one thing that I heard that is like a semi-spoiler, and
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to be too Sega Genesis. Golden Axe. Dude, Golden Axe was one of my first games. But my dad bought us Populous. Nobody knows what Populous is. But
Jonathan Hedrick got the Sega Genesis collection on the PS4. No need for a PS5 for a while. Yeah, all right.
So,
all right. You know what? I actually, my son has.
Fucking telling you my thought.
I'll let you tell your thought, but going along with his Sega Genesis thing, I just got a Sega Genesis collection for my son's Nintendo Switch. And I've been playing that, dude. My favorite one that I played back in the day was Streets of Rage 2.
Oh, terrible. You gotta play that. To me, like I was playing Double Dragon and Street Fighter. I wasn't playing.
That was dope, but my favorite one was Streets of Rage 2, man. It was dope, dude. Oh, he's got that one on there too, Jonathan. That's the one, dude. Yeah, dude. It's dope, dude. I mean, come on. Streets of Rage all day, dude.
Yeah, but
okay, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, you couldn't even tell me what my topic was. Tell me, you weren't even. You don't listen. You just wait to talk.
You were talking about peanut butter and jelly.
No, I was talking about Cyberpunk when I was rudely interrupted. So the one thing that I did hear about Cyberpunk was that when you go to create your own character, you can have a masculine physique, and then you get to pick the genitalia, whether or not it's smooth, a vagina, or a penis. And then they've even gone into this so deep that you can.
Is that pun intended?
you can make it to where you drag the floor.
Oh my gosh.
You can make it to where that is how big around you is.
Oh my god.
You can make it to whether or not you're circumcised. And I was like, holy shit.
They went too far.
And I've not seen this. Someone could have been fucking with me. But they definitely told me that there was like an in-depth dick decorator, like fucking create your own dick inside the game. And I just thought that was funny.
I don't want to see anybody sitting there. I don't want to walk into a friend's house and that's what he's doing.
He's like, dude, I'm creating my character, man. Come in, check it out. That's crazy. But I found that amusing. But I do look forward to playing Cyberpunk 2077 because I did hear that it operates much like Grand Theft Auto and like Miles Morales and like Batman, like that kind of interface where there's a main storyline, but there's this huge world that you can go out and do stuff. And when you get add-ons, it's a little bit more. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Like
Yeah.
I'd like to play it right now, but I have so much work to do that I know that I don't need it.
But you didn't have enough
Spider-Man game. Like I haven't bought the Spider-Man game either, but I want it.
But you had enough time to do this, to watch this, right? Wonder Woman 84.
I did watch that. Well, no, I take that back. I started watching it this weekend. I did not finish.
Okay.
That's
So
just fucking bad.
if you guys have not watched it, turn us off or whatever.
I don't know that I can give any spoilers because I didn't finish the movie.
Oh, really?
No, I told you I watched those first fucking 2 scenes, and I was like, there's more cheese in this than in a Mexican restaurant. I don't want any part of this.
That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true.
I thought once I watched that little the little girl run the race, I was like, okay, that's kind of they're making this little girl feel so special. She's the only fucking kid in the race. Everybody else is a grown ass adult. And then she's like, oh, I didn't do so good. Well, you know why? Because you're a fucking little kid. That's what they should have said to her. On top of riding the horse and being in front. Dude, it was so garbage the way that she never.
So is that the only scene that you saw throughout the whole movie?
I saw that, and then I saw the mall where she was jumping in and doing a bunch of corny shit that was just I just wanted bang, pow, boom. Like I just wanted the sound effects to jump up on the screen so that it would feel like that's what kind of movie it was.
It was cheesy. Those 2 first scenes are very cheesy, but it doesn't get better.
No,
it does not get
and
better.
And then I got far enough into it.
Holes. There was tons and tons of holes, man.
Holes. Their fucking whole thing, the whole movie is based on a stone you can make wishes come true. What the fuck?
So check this out. They had potential to have the story be something amazing, but everywhere that I felt like they could have made something great, they dropped the ball.
Dude, that may be true, but fucking makes and then so the
oh man,
God damn it! The first Wonder Woman movie was very grounded.
It was awesome. It was great.
Well, I'm not sucking its dick. I'm saying that it was very grounded. It felt there was no if there was cheese, it was in accidental small amounts.
Mm-hmm.
But it was given to us like this is what it's very okay. It could happen if this were real. This is how it would happen, and you have that sense of doing it. And then when you make the sequel that completely says, "Oh no, I want to make a fucking Adam West style follow up." To the serious ass Nolan Batman. Like, can you imagine if the Batman Begins came out and you're like, oh shit, that guy Ra's al Ghul, push-ups, we're burning stuff, all this cool shit that feels very grounded, although there's some cheese, but it feels grounded. And then if you were to send in Batman 66 and have the fucking shark jump on his leg,
that's what this is.
What I'm saying is if this was the first Wonder Woman movie, we would know what we were in for. But the fact that you gave us something that was very grounded and very this way, and then you say, here's the sequel, it's nothing like that, that's fucking terrible.
I agree. They had so many holes, dude, that you can freaking...
I even saw pictures like she's riding the lightning. She can fucking lasso split-second lightning.
Yeah, that's what. Okay,
so see it fast enough to throw her whip at it.
That's where I was going with this, dude. There was so many different places, like where they like all of just I don't know where she's gotten knowledge. She's like, oh, this must be it. Like, there's a point where he becomes the stone or whatever, and she asks him, where's the stone? He said, you're looking at it, and she didn't get it right. And then later on, they're like, well, where could the stone be? Where could the stone be? And she says, oh, he said that he was the stone. That must be it. It's like all of a sudden, automatically, she just knows that that's what it is.
I don't want to waste too much time on it. That movie fucking was not only was it not a good movie, but it was a bait and switch as far as the IP goes.
Okay, then let's move on to this one, because if something that happened at the same that dropped on the same day that I did not know that would surpass a freaking Woman movie, and it was a Pixar movie.
Yeah,
Freaking
well, dude,
Soul.
I'm not even like Soul is so awesome. It
Yeah.
starts off like I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
And then once I realize what kind of movie it is, it doesn't feel like a kid movie. It
Yeah.
feels like a movie that could have been written by what's the motivational guy, like that guy with the big fucking hands. Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
It feels like Tony Robbins was like an executive producer on this or something. Like it really, this movie was so I don't know. It was just really, really fun. And for anybody that is, for me, that is looking for that boost of you're headed in the right direction, even though it doesn't quite feel that way, this is that movie that kind of says, yeah, you might not feel like it right now, but you'll never know if you don't fucking continue on that path.
Yeah, and Jonathan Hedrick said, "Let your soul glow," and if we're gonna be using his comment as a segue, because I love the Soul movie and it was amazing in it, and it surpassed everything that Wonder Woman 84 did, and they did such a great job. But another thing that excited me was Coming to America 2 trailer. Have you seen that one, dude?
I have.
Oh, dude, it looks so freaking good. I'm excited about it, dude. How do you feel about it?
I really enjoyed the first movie, and it's really awesome to see that there is a second movie and all of the cast pretty much remains the same. So that's I don't know I know it's going to be that seems to be the thing. Like if you look at Bill and Ted 3 and you look at Jay and Silent Bob reboot, it's all about a famous, like this old retro thing, and they have kids. And then that's the driving force for the next movie. So this follows that. Oh, you had a kid while you were there. Remember that time you fucked and didn't use a condom? Like, here we go. So everybody, I'm gonna start calling it the Big Daddied. Everybody got Big Daddied. All of a sudden, boom, you've got a kid. Now that's the rest of the movie. But so it does look fun though.
Yeah, it looks fun. It's this next one here. This next quick topic we're going to talk about, it's not a quick topic, but it's huge. This guy didn't get Big Daddy. This guy got his kid taken away. Mando.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
So I think inside of quarantine, we got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So how awesome is that?
That was amazing. Yeah, dude, freaking awesome, dude. So awesome because
we could spend a great deal of time breaking down all the different ways that Mandalorian is cool.
Right.
Like exactly. The way the show has incorporated many cool things. All right. I'm not going to go into that, but it is really awesome to see someone that knows exactly what the fuck Star Wars people wanted because he was one of those people. Like Jon Favreau was one of the people that probably, I don't know this for a fact, that saw the prequels and were like, I'm glad to have more content, but that doesn't feel like Star Wars. Yeah, and I know that when he watched these new films, he was like, what in the fuck is going on?
It is definitely the most well-produced Star Wars anything out there.
Yeah, and what they do, they just created a brand new character. Take that, Rey. They created a brand new character and just plugged him into Star Wars and said, let's go follow him. And the people that came up with Rey were like, oh, no, that's how it's supposed to be done. But I don't want to get into the fact that we need to have, like, I don't want to get into it because then it'll turn all like, oh, he's just a male, blah, blah, blah. But you can see that he has a real deep love for the original trilogy. Yeah. And that's what's needed. Stop just saying, oh, Star Wars is so great. I've been a Star Wars fan for my whole life. He was an original trilogy fan. And that is what is showing right now because he's pulling in all this extra stuff that had the first trilogy not been so expansive and world building, we wouldn't be able to do this. But the way the original trilogy was told, everything was so vast, and you just kind of accepted that this is that, and this is that, and this is that. And then now we get to jump back into that and maybe see a little bit more into why that was that. And so it's loosely connected to the shit that we're already familiar with, but we're not beating a dead horse and talking about Skywalker this and Skywalker that and Palpatine this and like all that shit.
And they did so much, but I mean, are we going to get a little bit of that when we see what's coming next in next December?
The Boba Fett thing? I think the Boba Fett thing may even just be like a one banger. Like it may just be like one or two episodes. Or I think whatever it is, it's going to be finite. Like it's going to be, if it's a season, that's all you're going to get.
I hope I just hope that it's going to be in the same vein that The Mandalorian is. I'm hopeful.
Robert Rodriguez is doing this show.
What's that?
Robert Rodriguez is in charge of the Boba Fett show. Like I
did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why the Boba Fett episode where he kicked all that ass was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and I don't know if he's going to be directed or executive directing or whatever, but he has somehow tied into the
Jonathan Hedrick. Jonathan Hedrick says, my favorite part of The Mandalorian is when he takes off his mask and becomes Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
That's the guy from Wonder Woman.
I know who it is.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
You could have made a joke, or you could make it better.
Yeah. Oh, the stupid meme. Yeah, dude. I agree with you, dude. It's grounded. It's amazing. I really hope that it's gonna be awesome. I mean, freaking Robert Rodriguez. That was probably one of my favorite episodes of this season. So,
I think that they've really picked a great lot of directors, but as long as Falcone and what's his name? Well, I already forgot his name.
Dave Filoni.
And Dave Filoni. As long as those two guys are in charge and writing it, I think I could direct a good episode. Like they've already written and done so much cool shit. And not to take anything away from the directors they've gotten, but you'd almost have to go in there and just fuck it up with a blindfold. They've laid out this so much awesomeness for you, and it's just really refreshing to see that.
All I know is don't let Jenkins and Jeff Johns write the script. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Jenkins is writing. She's doing the Rogue Squadron movie.
Both of them are. They both are. So Jeff Johns and Jenkins wrote Wonder Woman 84. They are both going to be working on Rogue Squadron. So
but I think they'll have to probably answer to Favreau or something else. Like they're going to answer to something. The thing is, Warner Brothers doesn't have a Kevin Feige or a Filoni or someone. They just kind of like, all right, that sounds good. And so now those two people are going to have to work with people that know what the fuck they're doing and can't get stupid shit past them. So they may have to actually step up their game.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, on this last note, because we're going a little over, but it's all good. This last one hits home for me because my wife loves this show and it's leaving Netflix.
Oh, The Office.
The Office leaves Netflix, but it's not dead. It's not dead because it's going to be everywhere else. So
yeah, I think it's supposed to be on the Peacock. All you got to do is sign up for a free account on the Peacock.
Yep. There you go. And then like that, The Office is awesome. My freaking wife wants to fall asleep to it every night, dude.
Oh, my wife does fall asleep to it every night.
Yeah. So, but we own the freaking every season box set. But
you can't digitally just tell it to keep going.
That's
you'd have to get up and put the disc in and be like, all right, I finished that disc. Let me put this disc in.
And it's only like 1 or 2 episodes on the disc, or 2 or 3 episodes on the disc. You're like, oh, that sucks. I got to get up and change it now. So
yeah. So I really enjoyed The Office. I thought I could almost swear that at some point it was teased that Toby was going to have his own show that's coming up.
I don't know about Toby. I know that
because it had the actor, and it was like, and he was acting like Toby, and it said coming soon, and it didn't give any more details, and there's nothing about it on IMDb. But I don't remember what. Oh, you know what? I think it was during the Super Bowl.
I don't know. Interesting. I know that.
Man.
I know that what's his name's gonna be getting one. The heck's his name?
Stanley or no, Kevin?
Stanley's getting one.
Okay.
Oh, well, they were kickstarting.
That's right. That's right.
That they were doing. I know that much for sure. So, yeah.
Uncle Stanley.
Uncle Stanley. Yep, Uncle Stanley. It looks good.
Adam Barnhart probably has some inside information on that because he interviewed him a while back.
Oh, maybe he's got a little bit about that. So, all right, man, you got anything else? Anything else at the top of your head that happened in 2020?
I do. Well, it's going to be happening the first day of 2021.
Okay, what is that?
My web store is going to be on sale. You got to follow my different social media accounts to get the coupon code. So like one of the coupon codes is for like 50% off all original artwork.
All right,
cool. Code is like 30% off all comic books and 50% off all trading cards. Like, so each of my social media accounts has a password for a specific thing. So if you want original art, you'll have to figure out which one of my social medias is giving out the original art password. So I'm trying to increase my web presence on social media.
That's good, man. That's good. That, you know, I'm doing the same. 2021, we're doing big things, man. The House of Indie just got a .com. So if you guys want to head over to houseofindiepod.com, you can listen to all the past episodes. You can watch the streams. I'm going to start putting these up there and all that good stuff, so you guys can rewatch them and everything like that there. And hopefully, you guys can check out some really cool stuff there. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all over the place. So just type in House of Indie Pod and you should find us there. I'm going to be dropping an end of the year episode this Thursday where I talk about my favorite top 10 indie books, and I guarantee you Loggerhead will not be on that list.
I don't doubt it.
No, just kidding.
It probably doesn't deserve to be. Like, for me, it was more of just it was more of an accomplishment more than it was a thing of beauty.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, this one right here might be on the list, and same thing with this one, and same thing with this one. Who knows? Knows?
Well, those are all great things. I'm just happy that I'm getting that people are inviting me to stuff. So if you want to follow me, follow Bryan Silverbacks on all the social medias at Bryan Silverbacks, or go to silverbacks.com.
Silverbacks.com and the houseofindie.com. So head on over there. Check them out. You know, I can't even remember my freaking House of Indie.
You might want to get that down.
Dude,
marketing 101.
You're always kicking me right in the butt to get back on that horse, man.
No, it ain't the butt, homie.
houseofindiepod.com. Check it out. Silverbacks.com. And we'll see you guys next time.
Stay creative.
Peace. I'm supposed to be clicking stuff over here, aren't I?
Yeah, you're probably.
That was the wrong one. Peace out.